Hey, I'm Andy Aledort. In this edition of In Deep, I'm going to be talking about utilizing open string drones as a songwriting tool. One of the coolest things about using an open string is you can communicate both the harmony and the melody of a song in a single guitar part. And for our example, we're going to be using a song of mine that's called Hymn. It's on my new album, In a Dream. Here we go. Let's go over this primary riff. The song is in the key of D, so I'm using that open D drone to communicate the tonic and the chord. And the melody, it comes in 1, 2, 3, 1. So the melody is played starting on the D string, and then we move over to the G string. And those vibratos are important, so that's why I'm using my index finger and make sure I don't bump into the D string. And the second chord is C, so I add the C down there, but the twist is you still have the major third of D, F sharp, over the C, and then the E, major third of C. Then we go. So the chords are going D to G to A. So I go. So there's my G chord. And then there's my A chord. So I developed the melody. We started with. So that's a 10th. And now I'm using my open A string as a drone. Back to this. So a little melodic development there. So this time the G is just a G octave. And then the A is, so we have to pull off from 11 to 7. And then this little hammer pulling into the B minor, relative minor of D. And I'm doing it the Jimi Hendrix way. B, A, but they're all just root fifth chords. So it alludes to B minor, to A major, to G major, to D. And after that's played twice, it sets up the bridge. The bridge goes like this. For the bridge section, I'm not using open string drones for the root notes, but open strings play a big part in the way these chords are played. So I'm starting with B minor 7, sus 4, with this E on top. And then it goes to E7. So you can see the only note that changes is A changes to G sharp to go from B minor 7 sus 4. And I picked the 5th and 3rd strings together there. So I am using hybrid picking combined with flat picking. And then this walk up to the C, to G, to D, and I do it this way with the hammer so I can play this little lick at the end. Back to B minor 7 sus 4. And notice I allow all the strings to ring as much as possible. Then there's a walk up to F, and it's really F sus 2 with the open G in there. And then you go to C. Now on the 5 chord, which is A, and this is an interesting chord. This is G with an A bass. And it resolves to this unusual A6 add 2. So I'm just moving my index finger down. And there's a little melody. So it's slid up and down. And then you got to pull off. Pull off there too. So articulation is important. And that brings us back to the top. So those open strings play a major role in the primary part of the song by communicating the root notes of the chords, and then the open strings are integral to just the chord voicings that are used through the bridge section.